What if the most profound communication from your twin flame isn't a text message, but a sudden, inexplicable warmth blooming deep within your own body? You know the feeling. You're not thinking of him, not really. You're just living your life, navigating the mundane rhythm of another day when it happens. A surge of heat in the lower abdomen, so precise and alive, it stops you mid-thought. It feels intentional, almost like a wordless greeting sent directly to your cells. Your mind, ever the diligent skeptic, scrambles for a rational cause. Was it the food, the room temperature? But your body, in its ancient wisdom, already knows the truth. It recognizes that signature. This isn't indigestion, beautiful soul. This is a hello from the other side of silence, a physical telegram delivered through the shared network of your energy. We spend so much time analyzing words, decoding silences, and hunting for external signs that we often miss the most direct line of contact, the one that operates on a frequency older than language. Your nervous system is not just a biological internet, it's a sacred receiver, fine-tuned to the exact frequency of the soul you are connected to. When the divine masculine experiences that deep, authentic pull towards you, it creates a ripple in the field you both share. That ripple doesn't always manifest as a dream or a synchronicity you see with your eyes. Sometimes it translates itself into pure sensation, a somatic truth that your thinking mind cannot argue with. It's the universe bypassing your doubts and speaking directly to your flesh and blood, saying, "This connection is not a story you are telling yourself. It is a living, breathing reality that has physical consequences." It's intimacy asserting itself at the most fundamental level, proving that what links you is not merely emotional or mental, but woven into the very fabric of your biological experience. So before you dismiss that mysterious pulse or that wave of sensation that arrives without a story, consider this. You are not imagining things. You are perceiving them. You are picking up a broadcast on a private channel, one that exists between your unique soul signature and his. This is where the journey moves from theory into breathtaking personal reality. It shifts from, "Do I believe?" to, "My own body is confirming what my heart already knows." And if this is how the bond announces its activity, not with fanfare, but with these quiet, undeniable somatic whispers, just imagine what it's preparing you to understand next. The conversation has already begun. Your only task is to learn the exquisite language in which it is being spoken. Consider this, if you will. You are in the middle of the most ordinary Tuesday imaginable. Maybe you're reaching for a cereal box or waiting for a traffic light to change, and without preamble, without a single thought of him drifting through your mind, a wave of pure physical sensation rushes through you. It's not emotional. It's not a memory. It's a sudden, localized heat in the lower abdomen, a precise and rhythmic pulse that feels both alien and intimately familiar, or perhaps a surge of energy that makes your skin hum as if you've stepped into a beam of warm light. Your first instinct might be to dismiss it, to chalk it up to a random bodily fluctuation, a forgotten cup of coffee. But something in the quality of the sensation stops you. It carries weight. It carries intention. It feels, for lack of a better word, visited upon you. This beautiful soul is not a glitch in your system. This is the mysterious phenomenon of sensory bilocation, the body's most honest confession that the space between you and your twin flame is, energetically speaking, a creative fiction. Let's peel back the layers of this mystery, shall we? We often speak of being on the same wavelength with someone, a cute metaphor for compatibility. But in the twin flame dynamic, this is not a metaphor. It is a literal, functional reality. Imagine your two nervous systems not as separate entities, but as two specialized instruments designed to play the same symphony, connected by an invisible conductor's baton made of pure consciousness. When the divine masculine feels that deep physical pull towards you, it isn't a quiet thought. It is an activation. It's him, perhaps in his own moment of solitude or reflection, unconsciously focusing that potent energy of longing and recognition. An energy, by its very nature, must move. It must travel. It cannot be contained within the neat borders of one's skin, because on the level of soul, you share one energetic skin. So this focused surge journeys across what I can only describe as the shared sacral cord, that ancient umbilical line that tethers your root of creation to his. It bypasses voicemail and text notifications. It goes straight to the headquarters, your cellular intelligence, your rational mind, the lovely manager that tries to keep everything orderly and explainable, is completely bypassed in this transaction. It doesn't get a memo. The signal is delivered straight to the subterranean levels of your being, to the parts of you that remember everything: how to beat your heart, how to heal a wound, how to recognize home. And so your body, in its infinite wisdom, translates this incoming energetic signal into the only language it truly trusts: physical sensation. It's like your nerves are speaking a sentence written in his energy. The result is that you feel what is occurring in his field, in his body, as if it were your own experience. It's a momentary collapse of the here and there. You are in that fleeting yet eternal instant bilocated, experiencing sensation in your own physical vessel that is sourced in his. It's less like telepathy and more like telepathy, a direct download of felt experience. Now, the humor in this isn't lost on me. The universe has a wry sense of comedy, choosing the most inopportune, grounded moments to deliver these profound telegrams. Not while you're meditating under a full moon, but while you're comparing laundry detergent prices. It's the divine whispering its most potent secrets in the middle of a crowded supermarket aisle. And you're left there, holding a box of fabric softener, wondering if you're profoundly connected or just need to eat lunch. Trust me, I've been there. The key to differentiating this from a simple bodily function or wishful thinking is the trademark lack of mental narrative. Fantasy has a storyline. Memory has a context. This arrives clean, clear, and self-contained. It is a pure event. It is data. Your body is not asking you to do anything with it, not immediately. It is simply reporting, connection active, signal received. You are not alone in this space. Philosophically, this turns our understanding of intimacy and separation on its head. We are taught that our bodies are isolated fortresses, that feeling is generated internally from our own memories and stimuli. Sensory bilocation suggests something far more radical and interconnected. It proposes that, at a certain level of resonance, the boundaries of our physical selves, become permeable to the energetic truths we share. His longing is not just an emotion he feels over there. It is a quantum event that ripples into your physical reality over here. This is the alchemy of the path, the transformation of intangible soul agreement into tangible, somatic proof. It's the universe's way of making the connection undeniable, of getting past the doubting mind and writing the truth directly onto your nerves and cells. It's not a sign meant to make you yearn harder. It's a sign meant to make you know deeper, to settle into the quiet assurance that the bond is operational, alive, and communicating in real time, regardless of any external, third-dimensional circumstances of distance or silence. So the next time your body speaks with this strange, specific vocabulary of sudden warmth or a pulse that seems to have its own intelligence, don't panic. Don't immediately pathologize it or spin it into a story. Pause. Take a breath, a real one, deep into that very space where the sensation hums, and in that pause, offer a silent internal nod of recognition. Your system is doing what it was designed to do. It is remembering union through the most direct medium available. It is tuning in. This sensation is not a phantom. It is an echo of a real movement in the shared field. And if this is what happens when his desire subtly shifts, you might wonder what unfolds when that focus becomes a conscious, sustained beam of attention. What other layers of this unseen communication are waiting to be decoded, not by your thinking mind, but by your quiet, knowing heart? Now, let's talk about the silence that speaks volumes, the one that happens not around you, but inside the very architecture of your own mind. You're driving, or maybe you're just about to fall asleep, that delicious haze where thought and dream begin their slow dance. And then it happens. Not a memory you summon, not a daydream you construct like a mental movie scene. It's an arrival. His face, not as a picture you recall, but as a presence, vivid and immediate, occupying the inner screen behind your eyes with a clarity that startles you. Or his voice, not a memory of tone, but the actual texture of it, a specific phrase, or the way he says your name, landing in your auditory space as if he'd whispered it right then into your ear. You might feel a sudden, compelling wave of his emotion, a sharp longing, a tender resolve, a focused determination that colors your own emotional landscape without any logical cause. This, my friend, is the second profound mystery, the unbidden broadcast, telepathic thought infiltration. And no, it's not your imagination getting creative with loneliness. It's the mental intimacy of the shared field becoming audible, visible, felt. Think of it this way. We all have a personal internal radio station broadcasting our own thoughts, worries, grocery lists, and melodies on a loop. It's a private frequency. But when the divine masculine feels that deep physical pull, it does something curious to his mental space. That raw magnetic energy doesn't just swirl in the sacral center. It rises and refines, concentrating his awareness. His wandering thoughts coalesce. His mental energy, usually perhaps scattered by the demands of the external world, gathers into a laser point. And in that state of focused inner attention, he becomes a powerful transmitter. He's not necessarily doing this consciously, mind you. He's not sitting there deliberately trying to send you a brain text. It's a soul function, an automatic consequence of the intensity of his remembrance. His soul, reaching in its own wordless way, projects a signal of pure consciousness, a visualization of you, a memory charged with emotion, a future possibility seen with hope. And you are the tuned receiver, because your consciousness shares the same fundamental frequency, the same soul signature. Your private radio station in those moments of quiet receptivity, when you're not frantic, not analyzing, just being, suddenly picks up this clear, strong signal on the same bandwidth. It cuts through the static of your own mundane thoughts. This is why it feels so different from fantasy. Fantasy is something you build, you direct, you edit. It has the flavor of your own yearning all over it. This transmission has a different flavor entirely. It carries the weight of otherness, of a perspective that is intimately familiar, yet distinctly not your own creative construct. It arrives whole, complete, and often with an emotional charge that resonates through your nervous system, causing a pause, a stillness, a physical ripple of recognition. Your mind didn't generate it. Your soul simply intercepted it. The beauty, and honestly the humor, of this process is in its timing and its sheer specificity. It loves the mundane. It won't happen while you're straining to hear it, while you're begging the universe for a sign. That's like trying to hear a whisper in a hurricane. Your own desperate energy creates too much noise. No, it happens when you finally let go, when you're washing dishes and thinking about the weird spot on the ceiling, or when you're halfway through a chapter of a book that has nothing to do with spirituality. It ambushes you with clarity in the middle of your mental downtime. You could be thinking about what to make for dinner, and suddenly you're flooded with a sensory-rich memory of a place you've both been, or you see, in startling detail, an expression on his face you haven't seen in years. It's the universe's way of winking at you, saying, "See, this connection operates on its own schedule, its own intelligence." You don't control the broadcast. You simply get to witness it when you're quiet enough to hear. This telepathic bridge isn't about spying or intrusion. That's a fear of the ego, which loves firm boundaries. This is about the natural communion of two parts of a whole. It's the mental and emotional layer of the bond, preparing the ground, building the pathways of understanding before the physical world catches up. These transmissions are like blueprints being shared, or like rehearsals for a deeper conversation that is destined to happen. They soften the psychic space between you. They create a familiarity that transcends time spent in the same room. When you receive these thoughts or images with a sense of calm acknowledgement, not with frantic analysis or the immediate urge to act, you keep the channel clear. You respond with the love of simple reception. And that, interestingly, is often what precedes a sudden, tangible shift in the three-dimensional world. An unexpected message, a call out of the blue, a chance encounter that feels too perfectly timed to be an accident. The mental intimacy paves the way for the physical dialogue. So the next time a piece of his consciousness lands, fully formed, in the middle of your own, don't be afraid. Don't dismiss it as wishful thinking. Don't let the ego shout it down as nonsense. Pause. Observe the quality of it. Does it feel like a gift placed in your hands, or a story you're telling yourself? There's a difference, and your heart knows it. This phenomenon is a testament to the fact that your connection is alive, intelligent, and communicating in the most sophisticated language there is, the direct language of consciousness itself. It's proof that you are already in communion, far beyond the limitations of phones and distance. And if this is how the bond speaks, in whispers of thought and emotion, can you even imagine the profound symphony of clarity that emerges when all these layers, physical, mental, emotional, finally align and decide to speak in one unified voice? That's when the real conversation begins. So here you are. You came looking for signs, for clues scattered in the external world, like breadcrumbs leading you out of a forest of doubt. And instead, what you found were whispers written not on the wind, but on the very parchment of your own being. The sudden intelligent heat that defied your morning coffee, the uninvited thought that carried the weight of another's consciousness. It's funny, isn't it? We search the horizon for a lighthouse beam, only to realize the lighthouse has been built within us, and its light is what's casting the very shadows we were trying to navigate. Those unusual signs, the sensory echoes and the mental whispers, they were never about proving his existence to you. They were about proving yours to yourself, proving the sophistication and the sheer, stunning reality of your own perceptive capacity. Think of it like this. You've spent all this time wondering if the connection is real, if the pull is authentic. But these phenomena turn the question inside out. The question is no longer, is this happening? The evidence is in your body, in your quiet mind. The real, more thrilling question becomes, what does it mean that I am capable of perceiving this? It means you are wired for a frequency of intimacy that most of the world dismisses as static. It means your inner instruments are so finely calibrated that they can pick up a heartbeat from across the dimensions. That's not a pathology. That's a superpower wrapped in human vulnerability. The sudden warmth, the shared thought, they aren't anomalies in your life. They are confirmations of your life's true scale. You are operating in a larger room than you thought, and the walls you assumed were solid are, in truth, beautifully permeable. This path, with all its mystifying symbolism, ultimately leads you back to the most concrete foundation possible, the unshakable truth of your own experience. You are being asked to trust not a story about a future, but the data of your present, your body's intelligence, your heart's recognition, your mind's ability to receive a broadcast that bypasses all ordinary networks. When you anchor into that, a profound shift occurs. The longing stops being a question mark and starts being a comma. It's a pause in a conversation that has been ongoing since long before you took this form, a conversation that uses the language of physics and emotion and memory all at once. You stop waiting for the conversation to begin and realize you are already in the middle of the most important dialogue of your existence. Your twin flame is not a destination on a map you are desperately trying to fold correctly. He is the other voice in a call that never disconnected, even during the years of apparent silence. So what now? Do you just sit and catalog these experiences like rare butterflies? No. You let them change the weather inside you. You let the certainty they breed soften your anxiety. You let the wonder they inspire fuel your own creative becoming, because this connection, in its current phase, is the ultimate validation that you are not and have never been alone. You are in a constant, dynamic state of interaction with a consciousness that is both yours and other. That's the alchemy. That's the point. It's not about making you whole. You already are. It's about making you conscious of the wholeness you've always inhabited. The signs are the universe's way of nudging you and saying, look, feel, know. You are this powerful. You are this connected. You are this loved right now from within the very fabric of space and time. The journey forward then becomes less about reaching and more about deepening into this exquisite receptivity. It's about cleaning the window of your own perception so you can see the landscape of connection that is already there. It's about graduating from seeking proof to living from the proven, and from that place of grounded, amused, awe-filled knowing, every step you take, whether in solitude or in eventual togetherness, is taken within the circle of a bond that has already demonstrated its ability to speak in the quietest, most undeniable ways. The pull you feel is simply gravity doing its job, and you are both the planet and the star. And honestly, how can you ever feel lost in a universe that goes to such creative, personalized lengths to send you love notes written in your own neural pathways? The only thing left to do is to write the next line back. Not with your hands, but with the quality of your peace.